Welcome back to Narrow Path Doctrine. My name is Jim. As you know, if you've been subscribed to the channel for any length of time, I just love the book of Job. I've done quite a few videos on verses in the book of Job. It just tells us so much about who God really is, what a true believer, how he really reacts and defends God and God's sovereignty, and how the devil kind of works too. The book of Job is just great to read. I really enjoy it. I want to talk about a verse in chapter 10 of Job here today. It's Job 10:2. It says, I will say unto God, do not condemn me. Show me wherefore thou contendest with me. There are moments when the believer feels pressed on every side. I've felt it. I'm sure you have too. Like Job, we cry out, Lord, why? Why this affliction? Why this pressure? Why this loss? Well, Job doesn't deny God's sovereignty. He never does. He doesn't accuse God of injustice. He simply asks for understanding. Show me wherefore thou contendest with me. And often, though we may not see it immediately, the Lord's purpose in contending with his people is not destruction, but refinement. I'm going to dig down into this verse here next. There are graces within the child of God that would remain hidden if they were never tested. Faith looks steady in times of peace, but it looks real in hardship. 1 Peter 1:7 tells us that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Jesus Christ. Faith is not proven in comfort, it's proven in the fire. In days of prosperity, we may assume that we trust God. It's pretty easy to trust God when everything's going according to plan, right? But when the bank account shrinks, when the body weakens, something comes along, when friends or family misunderstand or even desert us, then faith is exercised, and exercised faith grows very strong. Love also shines brightest in darkness. When all is well, love can seem pretty ordinary, but when God's providence is painful and yet we still cling to him, we still confess him as good, and we still bow before him, that is love refined. Hope is rarely noticed in the daylight of success, but in the midnight of sorrow, hope becomes visible. Affliction is the dark backdrop against which the Lord displays the jewels of his work in us. How many times has a believer prayed, Lord, I want to know that my faith is real? I know I've prayed that before. You've probably prayed that before. Yet how can faith be known unless it's tested? This is how God shows us that our faith indeed is real. James 1:3 says, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. If patience is to be worked, something must press against it. If faith is to be proven, it must be stretched. In God's sovereign wisdom, according to his eternal decree, he appoints not only our salvation, but also the means by which our assurance deepens. The same God who ordained our justification has ordained our sanctification. He doesn't leave our graces dormant, he brings them into action. And when faith holds in suffering, when love persists in confusion, when hope endures in delay, we're not earning anything before God. We're discovering that he is truly with us. He is in us. Even that faith that he has given us is not self-generated. We didn't muster it up. He gave it to us. It is a gift. Ephesians 2:8 says, for by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of God. If faith is the gift of God, then the trial of faith is also under his sovereign hand. Affliction doesn't merely reveal grace, it actually strengthens it. Romans 5:3-4 says, and not only so, but we glory in tribulations also, knowing that tribulation worketh patience, and patience experience, and experience hope. Notice the progression here. Tribulation works something. God is active in it. He's not reacting. He's not scrambling. He's not learning. He is working. The Lord often removes comforts in order to deepen our Christ-likeness. He trains his soldiers in hardship, not indulgence. 2 Timothy 2:3 says, "Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Jesus Christ." Soldiers aren't formed in ease, they're formed in endurance. The Lord leads his people through rivers, over mountains, and across deserts, not to destroy them, but to conform them to the image of his Son. Romans 8:29 tells us this, "For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his Son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren." Conformity to Christ often comes through suffering. The captain of our salvation was made perfect through sufferings. Shall the members be exempt from what the head endured? So when you ask, why is the Lord contending with me? Consider this. Is he exposing your faith so you can see it? Is he strengthening your patience? Is he deepening your prayer life? Is he loosening your grip on earthly comforts and focusing your heart more firmly on Christ? Hebrews 12:6 tells us, "For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth." Affliction is not evidence of abandonment for the believer, it's evidence of sonship. The Lord contends with his children because he is determined to sanctify them. He has chosen them from eternity. Christ has redeemed them by his blood. The Spirit indwells them, and the Father will not leave them half-formed. He is committed to finishing what he began. Philippians 1:6 tells us this, "Being confident of this very thing, that he which hath begun a good work in you will perform it until the day of Jesus Christ." So perhaps this is the answer to Job's cry. The Lord contends with his people not as an enemy, but as a father. Trials make the promises sweeter. Trials breathe fresh life into prayer. Trials drive us to his feet. Trials humble us and keep us there. And when we are brought low, we often find that Christ is, well, more precious. So if today you are saying, "Show me wherefore thou contendest with me," say it reverently. Say it believingly. Say it knowing that the same sovereign hand that wounds is the hand that heals. And trust that every appointed trial is shaping you for glory. All right, thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope this was edifying. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up and share it with others. And if you have not subscribed to the channel as of yet, please do so and click the notification bell to get updates when new videos like this one come out. So until next time, remember, true doctrine matters. God bless.
You chose your sheep, not one would be lost. Christ paid the price, no one could count the cost. Why me?